What's up, my educators and scholars? Welcome back for another edition of Phenomenal Motivation. This week's theme is to be a leader. So I know the question you may ask, how do I be a leader? So first, I'm gonna talk to the teacher. So my principle as far as how you be a leader as a teacher is to model your expectations. So here's my thing as a teacher. If you want your kids to work hard, you work hard. If you want your kids to read, then you read. If you want your kids to write, then you write. If you want your kids to learn, you have to be willing to learn. Now, I know that's a touchy subject for a lot of teachers. Some that really don't understand the profession probably don't really understand why I would say that. But there are a lot of teachers who kind of get a little stuck and don't want to, you know, get out of their comfort zone and at the same time listen to what others have to tell them and really try to grow. Don't go to trainings unless somebody makes them to, or trying to change the methods. We're kind of faced with a situation now in this pandemic where we're having to learn virtually. And a lot of teachers are struggling some to quit the profession just because they're not willing to try something different. But really, if they had already started going digital and using more technology, they'd have been prepared for this. Now it's tough on everybody. It's something I think all of us are waiting for this to be over with, and we can get back to educating the way that we want to educate in a more traditional format. But education is truly going to change after this. So you're going to have to adjust. So you have to be willing to learn. All right, this is going to be the one that's going to be really touchy for a lot of teachers. Hey, if you don't want kids to bully, then you shouldn't bully. It's kind of a sensitive subject, even to me, as a person who's still relatively new to the profession. It's only my 5th year, but the teachers listening to this know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of bullying going on in the profession. Now, it's not like when we were kids in school and people were putting people in lockers and all this silly stuff. Teacher bullying could be gossiping, not wanting to help the new teacher, or being too tough on the new teacher, or you can really just be somebody that's slandering somebody or something like that. It's a lot of bullying that goes on when it comes to that. So I think that's something I think a lot of teachers need to think about, because kids feel your energy. All these things I'm talking about, kids feel that energy. Because if you're a person that work hard, you do all that stuff, it will show. I'll give you a quick little story. One of my students, I'm gonna call her mine just for the sake of this. This particular student, when I first got her, she struggled a little bit with her reading, writing, all those different type of things. But I had her for 2 years, and I had her for all 2 years. And she's one of my day ones, I like to call her. I work hard, I love to write, I love to read. That's how I became a stronger reader, became one of my better students, honor roll student. That student kept continuing with her love for writing, only further ignited it. And then at the same time, now this student, when she got to middle school, they put her in AP courses because they loved her work ethic. Now, where could she possibly have gotten that from? And also, this child's now written a book. She's not just 14 years old now, but she was 13 years old when she wrote the book. So who's to say she might have accomplished those things anyway? But modeling those expectations and showing that in the classroom, she being able to accomplish that. Now let's move on to the students, my scholars. So my thing is, how can you be a leader in the classroom? Most important thing, just do what you're supposed to do. It ain't simple, but some don't always do that. Most people don't do what they're supposed to do. The easy thing you do is to behave. Help the teacher manage materials. Keep your area clean. These are simple things that you can do. Do your assignments on time and quickly. Do your assignments when they're given to you, especially now that we're dealing with all this virtual stuff. And the simplest thing you can do too, hold a performance expectation for yourself. If you're the one in your little clique who decides you want to start performing, watch your other friends start to want to perform. You really can set that expectation level. I had a young lady in my class, my 3rd year. This young lady, she was a champion cheerleader. This young lady, she didn't accept anything less than a 100. I can still remember one time I told her she made a 95 on the test. I ended up actually being wrong. I think I made a mistake. She was devastated. She was hurt by it. And she set that expectation level. Now, I can set an expectation level as a teacher in the classroom. Having somebody like her in there was a big difference in that particular classroom, in that group. Because when she was there, it was a difference. The other kids wanted to rise to her level. It was hard to match her level. Those others, they got close. But she raised the expectation level. And it helped me as a teacher set that expectation level because she raised it from the kid level. So everybody can lead. So I'm gonna lead y'all with this question. If you became a leader in your environment, and this ain't just talking to the educators or scholars anymore, if you became a leader in your environment or attempted to lead or push that, how would your environment change? So thank you for listening. And as always, be phenomenal. And I'll see y'all next week.